You already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. It don't cost nothing to hit that like button. Shall we begin? Shall we begin?
I hate to almost speak things into existence. That's not how it works. But I'm sitting here before the show, and last night and this morning I got up at like 4 a.m. and I just sat there with a cup of coffee for like an hour and a half in the dark, looking out the window at the city lights and the cloud cover, and listening to coyotes howl. They were pretty active in the woods behind my house last night. And I was thinking about the different scenarios and what comes next, and the fact that they're probabilities. And I like hit a mental wall. Like I try to start saying this stuff, and then it's so unbelievable because it's going to affect us all really bad. I mean, the best case scenario is horrible. And then the worst case scenario is total nuclear war, the end of civilization. And I've got such a normalcy bias too that but you look at history and all the other crazy stuff that's happened. This happens at the end of every cycle. Now we got all these weapons, and you look at it, and if you're really objective and not emotional, there's about a 50% chance we have a full-on nuclear war in the next year. And then I already work pretty much as hard as I can. And then I start getting angry at myself and frustrated, thinking, what do I do? What lever do I pull? What button do I push? What do I say? What stunt do I pull? I mean, I'm not going to do this, but example, this is controlled airspace, and I wouldn't do it. Parachute into the White House with a bullhorn, going about how we're all going to get killed and stop the war. I mean, I'm not going to do that. But nothing violent. I'm not telling anybody to do that, but now is the time to be jumping in front of cameras on national TV and bringing up key talking points like we did with the Clintons and their crime syndicate to help shoot her down politically right at the end of 2016. And we were credited. I mean, you were. We ran some really vicious stuff on them. It was all true. And people were telling me at the time, you're lucky to be alive. And she did send the CIA after me after it. But, I mean, you gave us the money and we did it. Airplanes over every town she was in saying, that Bill Clinton's a rapist and Hillary for president, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different trucks we rented around the country with big TV screens with messages on them, hardcore, and huge rallies all over the country, and hundreds of thousands of dollars of prize money for people jumping on national TV and saying Bill Clinton's a rapist. Trump, 2016, which had a huge effect. Obama freaked out. They all freaked out. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can pull. Back then, I had millions of dollars in the bank, so I spent it all.
There's a war going on outside no man is safe from. It's crazy how those words ring after so many years. Rest in peace, the prodigy from Mobb Deep. I'm not going to sit up here and even lie. It worries me. It bothers me to know that within a matter of maybe 365 days, that there is a 50-50 chance that half this world's population won't be here because of war that none of us signed up for. It grieves me. It hurts me to know that within a matter of weeks, months, or even days, that the draft can kick in full effect. Which brings me to this video and brings me to this conversation. As parents, it is your obligation to sit down with your teenagers who's fresh out of high school, fresh out of college, and explain to them that it is a good possibility that these evil rich men that's in power may decide that your children have to go overseas and go through something that you ain't even seen in a movie yet. The movie can't even capture the realness of how ugly it is overseas. It's so sad to see it in a day and a time of where we came from. And just analyzing how we used to have so many powerful voices, fearless voices, educational, spiritual, motivational teachers, kings, warriors. And we have been reduced in today's time to celebrities, celebrity gossip, gangbangers, gang. It's amazing when they say how Hollywood played a big effect, or FBI and the CIA played a big effect in Hollywood movies and the music industry. You watch movies like the Black Panther and you see how the revolutionary was destroyed by the gangbanger and drug dealer. You look at real life, nobody inspires to be a revolutionary no more, a hero for their people, but just to reduce down to a dirty, dusty gangbanger. Yeah, I said it. A dirty, dusty gangbanger. Gang. Our children don't have nothing to look up to. And I refuse for our children to be lied to. There's no more. We're not doing that no more. Your kids go overseas. They come back with a box with an American flag on the top of them. And you tell them, thank you for serving us. You didn't serve the country. Let's make this clear. 95% of the people in this country do not want anything to do with overseas and what's going on overseas. We don't even agree with it, on top of the fact that our president, we voted this punk ass nigga in power because he promised us that he would not give us this war. It's clear as day Donald Trump lied through his nasty, decrepit old teeth. He lied to us and told us it was two things that he was going to do. One, he was going to make sure that we didn't go to war. And two, he was going to protect our children from these punks. That's why I voted for Trump. Actually, I didn't vote. That's why I supported him. Because either way, and yet and still, on my last breath, I would never want a Democrat back in office ever again where they sitting up there pushing them pocketbook punks on our children. And trying to pay for surgeries and gender this and gender that, and you can't, there's no more mom and dad. Like, nah, that evilness got to go. So I stand on it. What's the point of having a little boy that wants to be a little girl? For a father. A man's man. Anyway. That's why we put Trump in office. Oh, that's why, let me take those words. We ain't put nothing in office. They played military mind games, and the reality of it is, whether Trump came into office and waved his mighty hammer of Thor, or Biden and the rest of them stayed in office, it would have still been the same deal. Both of those parties are the same evil. Accused of the same allegations. But back to the topic at hand. It's every parent's obligation to have a talk to their child about this draft. And I couldn't even, for me to sit up here and tell y'all, I got to be real. I don't fear much that happens to me. Because I know the day that I was born, I was sentenced to death. I have to go back to the crossroads and meet my maker. But I would be a total liar if I told you that I didn't have no fears of my child going over to a foreign land where a plane have to get him there and a plane have to get him back, whether he dead or alive, with somebody shooting at him. Those people over there are going through some of the worst war crimes that you could ever commit on anything on this earth. And they want they get back. So we sit up there and we brag, yes, we got a strong army over here. Let's get ready to face some people that lost everything. They watching generations of their family just being rocked and knocked back to the Stone Ages. And their number one mission and their number one goal when they wake up and to go to sleep is to get back. And when those planes leave America to go overseas and land, as this war spreads like cancer, and now you got like 7 different countries involved in it, it is your obligation as a parent to have this conversation with your child and let them know that there's a possibility that they may be recruited and sent overseas. There is a possibility that you may never see your child again. And you still preparing for Friday night? I don't know about y'all, but I love my children. I live for my children. I die for my children. How do you tell your child that you can't protect them for what's to come? Better yet, they can't even protect you. They'll be overseas. And you'll be alone in America on your knees praying for them and praying for yourself too, because this world is getting ready to turn upside down as we enter this new world order. People, I say this to you and I say this to myself. It's time to pray more. It's time to fast more. It's time to seek more forgiveness for the things that we've done. Some of us, like me, for example, I lived a life of sin, and I've done things that I can't take back. I've done some of the worst things that you could possibly do on this earth under the umbrella of being a real nigga, kidnapped by the streets and brainwashed by ignorance, thinking that I was a real nigga. And if God pulled my clock and pulled my number today, I'm not sitting up there lying to y'all talking about, oh, Jesus died for my sins. You believe that lie? That he died just for you to think that you could go around and rob and steal and kill and do anything that you want to. If you woke up in a nuclear war and found yourself in the afterlife standing in front of God tomorrow, could you actually honestly tell yourself that you're going to paradise with all the things that you've done? America has become Sodom and Gomorrah, the rotten apple, the forbidden apple that Eve wasn't supposed to bite. And as Americans, somehow we let the shaitan convince us to eat this apple every day. Parents, talk to your children. Mentally prepare them for what's to come. There is no easy way to see your child off to overseas. There is no easy way for that. None of us has never faced that. None of us don't even understand that. None of us can't even comprehend that. As soon as that plane go up in the air and it lands, you may never see your child again. But if y'all cool with that, stay tuned for the next video filled with celebrity gossip and a bunch of grown men talking about nothing. Nothing? Nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing.
When did nightlife turn into a boys' club? Can the ladies get a seat?
No, you ain't put it on this bottle.
What?
You talking about 800 a bottle of Rose?
Go with it.
It be ladies in my spot.
My spot.
You sending the wrong message out there.
I'm just joking. I can't
Ladies,
joke.
ladies can drink over here. The ladies can drink over here.
Don't do that.
Can get
Don't do that.
Whoa.
Ladies,
Whoa. It's not a reflection. This is not a reflection of me.
my
Look.
section is female friendly.
Yes. Right.
At all times.
Female safe.
It's female safe and female friendly. Come over here. Bring your friend. Is she pretty too?
Yes.
Bring her. They
What happened if the friend is ugly and she drinking up all your Don Julio?
But the thing is this: is the first friend really like some next level? If it's the next level, then I deal with it.
Yeah, but the friend is really not fitting the description to be in your section.
If the first friend is next level, I'll deal with it. She could be a
But
rescue.
she going crazy.
You gonna be a stud, all that?
But the
You good with
friend
that?
is making it. She's making it hot.
A stud.
You cool with that?
I don't got no smoke with studs.
Me neither.
They want the same thing I want.
Yeah, she dancing on a friend next with you. So both of you are dancing on the same girl now.
It could be competition.
With them?
Could be
Yo,
an aggressive stud.
You willing to battle with?
so you willing to take the pretty girl that comes with a stud?
She don't come with the stud.
The stud is her friend.
Stud is her friends.
Look at the topics. Real life versus celebrity gossip. Look at what our black men is talking about. And these are our most powerful black men. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. Live life as if you want to run. Stay dangerous at the same time. I'm out.
He got his TV turned on. Where the fathers at? Where the parents at? Where the uncles at? Where the aunties at? These kids are getting trapped. They keep falling for the cops' traps. They locked them up in jail, and they keep on going back. We need to change that. Hassan is here to change that. Speaking on real topics, no fake news, no fake rap. These kids out here dying, these gangs keep misleading. Granny's getting smoked, babies left bleeding. Hassan is here to change that. He ain't kicking fake raps. He's speaking on real issues. No fake news, no fake rap. Hey, pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. Because they're smiling in your face and then they murk you. Hey, you gotta keep your eyes open, and that's a factor. Because they really want what's yours. They the backstabbers. Yeah, where the fathers at? Yeah, where the parents at? Yeah, where the uncles at? Oh, where the aunties at? He got his TV turned on.